music era, live albums have been an integral part of an artist's discography, with bands like Grateful Dead, whose fans would trade live recordings of their shows like trading cards. Recordings of live music are incredibly intimate, and a very raw, real way for fans to connect with their favorite bands. Especially for bands that rely so heavily on distortion in their sound, live recordings provide a whole other layer of connection for their fans, or with their fans. One such band, of course, being Nirvana, whose first live album was MTV Unplugged, but before that they did release a compilation album called Incesticide, which actually included 5 live recordings. One of these songs was, of course, Molly's Lips, which actually wasn't one of Kurt Cobain's favorite recordings of theirs, but certainly became a favorite among fans of the band. But I'm sure some people don't know this, and if you do, good for you, but some people might not know is that this song isn't actually a song from Nirvana, but a cover song. Which, I mean, technically isn't that surprising, since Nirvana has covered songs, I mean, not before, but after, like, Jesus Don't Want Me for a Sunbeam, and, David Bowie's, Man Who Sold the World, as well as Seasons in the Sun. That counts to me, but let's just focus on Molly's Lips. Nirvana first released Molly's Lips as well as Son of a Gun as live recordings on the album Incesticide. Both of these songs were covers of songs written by the Scottish rock duo The Vaselines, which they did cover the Vaselines in the MTV Unplugged album too, but that's besides the point. Son of a Gun was the title track of the Vaselines' debut EP, and Molly's Lips was released just 1 year later on the Vaselines' second EP, Dying for It. Though the Vaselines did not really have a big career of their own, they did have a devoutly loyal fan in the Nirvana frontman, Kurt Cobain. In a handwritten list of his favorite albums, titled Top 50 by Nirvana, Kurt of course listed Pink EP by the Vaselines as his number 4. Pink EP is of course in reference to Dying For It, with the thick pink border of the EP's album cover. Kurt's love of the EP led him to, recording Molly's Lips with the band for John Peel's BBC Radio 1 show, in what was Dave Grohl's actually first time ever live recording with them, apparently. And perhaps that energy and the excitement behind finally landing a new drummer, a drummer who would become the greatest of all time, was what made the song stand out in Nirvana's discography more so than it ever did for the Vaselines. Side note, I've always wanted to make a video about the Nirvana drummers, because though we know about Dave, but I feel like no one really appreciates Chad or even knows about their very first drummer. I think Aaron Eckhart, that might have been his name. There's a lot of people who have come and go in the band, like Jason Everman before he joined, Soundgarden, and the fact that Pat joined at a very interesting time for the band. I just want to do a Nirvana video again.